Welcome back to part 3, Year 5, 2013. Presentation, information evening. With regards to creative and practical arts in Year 5, there's your basics there: art, craft, drama, a little thing called production, and the music. And the music will be run by a specialist teacher, Mrs. Reed. The art and craft, as much as possible, will be linking into our other KLAs. So you'll see some gold themed art and some electricity themed art. We will be having a bit of a look at Art Van Gogh, however, which is entirely separate from those KLAs. I do want to talk about production. I cannot underline how big this is. It is a massive venture and an incredible opportunity for your children. Please be talking to them about production. It is quite a sizable play that we put on at the end of semester 2. It takes up quite a bit of time, but it is great, and it is great to be involved in. Everybody is involved in it, whether they are acting, singing, dancing, or building the sets. Anything you want to add about that, Mr. Bachatsky?
Just quickly, the production is actually going to be staged at the end of term 3. So we're actually going to be getting ready for that in term 1. Lots of auditions and all those sorts of things. And rehearsals are really going to start kicking in term 2. And we're hoping as much as possible to be able to do those on a Friday afternoon. And of course, some rehearsals will need to be after school as well for main parts and the like. And of course, more information is going to be distributed about that later on as things come to hand. And I think that's about it for creative and practical arts. We'd better move on to the next slide, the next topic, which we'd like to cover. So PE and also health and personal development, which sits under the same umbrella. The PE program is being run by Mr. Dixon and Mr. Tolhurst. Mr. Tolhurst is a new teacher here in the junior school. We're very excited to have him on board. He's going to really develop the PE and sport component of the junior school in a big way this year, we hope. We're going to have the Life Education van coming in. They're going to be talking to the students about the dangers of smoking. And we're also fortunate to have some specialist teachers coming in to teach the students for PD Health. Mr. Tolhurst for 5Y and Mrs. Melanie Clark will be the teacher for 5B throughout the year. We also, of course, have our weekly sport on a Wednesday, and you already know all about that. Gala Day is something that happens in term 2, which we are always excited about. So there are 3 main sports there, and they are soccer, Newcombe ball, and netball. And netball is for girls only, but the other 2 sports are for both boys and girls. And we play those sports against teams from other schools. Of course, there'll be there's the swimming carnival, which you already know about, and athletics carnival later in the year, and other opportunities for playing various sports, being involved in various teams, which normally is run by Mr. Dixon. So more information about that during the year. Okay, moving along to our next topic. I'll hand over to Mr. Burns for you.
Yes, sorry, mothers and fathers, I didn't remember that. Production is at the end of term 3 and not at the end of semester 2. So thank you, Mr. Bachatsky, for that pickup. Just with regard to devotions and Christianity, if you will, in Year 5 this year. Now we have a monthly Bible verse, and that should be in the calendars, and we hope that some of those calendars are up in your homes as we speak, and that's on the teachers' boards as well. Some are up the top, and we memorise that verse. We have a bit of prayer every morning. We think that's very important. We're all committed Christians here, and we believe nothing really happens without prayer. So we do that every morning. Every Monday, Mr. Pachatsky and myself will read from the Bible, and we just talk about the verse we've read from the Bible, directly from the Bible with the students, and we talk about what that might mean for us. We like to apply Jesus to our daily lives, and sometimes it's just all about Jesus, and we have to be aware of that as well. And we find that reading the Bible is a very useful tool for getting some very interesting and curly questions out there that the kids have got, and we really we really enjoy that time. The Connect lessons are the more formal devotional learning. We have a series of booklets released by a Christian press company that writes scriptural lessons, and so we use those. We usually have a lesson once a fortnight, and that comes in textbook form. Every year, each class gets an opportunity to put on a small assembly performance based on the verse, the memory verse for that month, and this year is no exception. So we all look forward to Year 5's small drama presentation in the pack. No, of course, Year 5 will get their chance when it comes to drama with production. Now, anything there, Mr. Bachatsky, to add to, or let's move on to learning support. Thanks, Mr. Bachatsky.
So we have Mrs. Clark, that's Annette Clark, coming into our classrooms to support students who need a little bit of extra support and encouragement with the things that we're doing in class. And we're really fortunate to have her coming in for 3 periods every week, and that's 3 periods for both Year 5 classes. That's a wonderful thing. And we'll be doing various activities when Mrs. Clark's in the room. So sometimes it will be mathematics, sometimes it will be literacy related. And we've also got Mrs. Hughes, who's a wonderful mathematician from the high school. She'll be coming into our classes, sometimes taking smaller groups for mathematics enrichment and extension. And we've got her for around 2 periods per week. I think it may be 3 periods over a fortnight, but we're very fortunate to have her support as well, along with Mrs. O'Neill, who will be familiar to many of you. Mrs. O'Neill's role has changed slightly this year. Rather than having her own group throughout the year, she will be working together with us as teachers in the classroom, and a particular focus for her and us this term will be on creative and critical thinking skills. As the year progresses, she may be taking groups for integrated extension and enrichment activities as well. And of course, we'll keep you posted about those as well. Thank you, Mr. Burns.
We've got Mandarin once a week at Edinburgh, and we've got Miss Zoo's taking Year 5B, and Mr. Lee's taking 5Y, and they're both very excellent Mandarin teachers, both being originally from China, and they certainly know their languages, and so that happens 1 period per week. The next slide is about NAPLAN, and that is a focus that we do have, really, in Term 1. We're very aware that NAPLAN's coming, though it doesn't take over everything. We do have it in the back of our heads. And so, as you can see, there's the dates. The language and writing Tuesday, reading Wednesday, numeracy Thursday, and that's week 3, Term 2. And that's a formal assessment, and I'm sure that many of you have been through this before when your child was in Year 3. As we approach NAPLAN, we will actually go through a couple of older NAPLAN exams with the students just to reacquaint them with the form of the examination and just get them used to answering questions like that again. Good teaching should be reflected in good NAPLAN results, so we don't have to focus too much on NAPLAN, but it is useful just to reacquaint them with the form of the examinations. I think, Mr. Bachatsky, to be fair, we're going to have to go to information evening number 4. So we might say goodbye here, and we can promise you, parents, this will be our final take, this next take. So we'll see you in the next clip. Thank you very much.